Hey there, everybody. Thanks for joining me for another one-man review. Today I've got a new Living the Line book to check out. These are I know this is the Living the Line channel, but I'm not really involved in the publishing side of things, so I get these after they come out. Sometimes I get to proofread them and stuff digitally, but I haven't seen this one yet, so really excited for this. This is volume 2 of what I believe is a 4-volume series of the anthologies from cut in collaboration with Cutie Cutie. This is a Finnish group of comic artists, and they're putting out 4 volumes that have 12 artists, 12 stories apiece. This is the second one. The first one was called Tiku. This one, I believe, is Roihu, and it's a really interesting spot color job. So working with Sean, this stuff get pulled off and looked really beautiful. As I do with anthologies, I'm just going to go through and show one spread from each artist, give you a sense of what's in it. I really like the art in this one. I think even better than in Tiku. There's a lot of stuff in here that I really like. This first story by Anna Silama called The Practice, I think is one that really appeals to me. There's a lot going on with the type of cartooning, the use of colorized tone, which is something I'm really into now. The colorization of the pencil look. You can see Sean going through and doing the production work to make sure these are lines, these are tones, this is a diffusion dither, so it really feels like pencil. I think this whole book is just black and this one kind of like brick red color, so it's really interesting to see how the artists are mixing those two to get the illusion of a wide variety of colors, being able to get warm and cool and things like that throughout. But yeah, I really like the cartooning in this one, the shape work, the poses, and all of that. This story is Frida Hinders, The Haunting. Here you can get a little bit better look at like the two colors. There's kind of like a cool dark black color, and then there's this rusty color, and then I think it's just the two mixes of them. I could be wrong, but that's what it looks like throughout the book. So this is a little story of a woman getting these little notes, a little mystery story. This story is by Susanna Kesanen called The Island. Another one that I think makes really cool use of the two tones, having like a wash kind of over top of like a pencil drawing, it looks like. Again, I really like the physical material quality of the whole approach, kind of like in the first one where there's the feeling of the pencil and stuff, the softness of it. You see here there's the woman developing the photo negative. This is a quieter, little more poetic story. Next story is by Titu Takalo, I believe is how the name's pronounced. The story is called Autumn. You can see that this one is using more of like an ink wash feel all the way throughout with the two different colors. And again, really just fun mixtures of those two colors in certain places make quite a beautiful look. I think this might be the same artist that did the cover, I'm not sure. Really like the cartooning in this one by Rita Memnestiu. This is called Shout at the Devil. Obviously, it's a story about a kid on his bike out in the woods, and he finds a motley crude old tape cassette. Really like the combination of colors in here. Really like the cartooning and the use of those like warm and cool against each other. Really like the hand-drawn pencil look, and all of that really appeals to me. The next story is called The Focal Point by Nico Pederi Mia. Another one that really has like a hand-drawn pencil texture quality to it. Looks, because of the spot color process, really feels and looks like someone drawing with colored pencils, and I really like that. This is obviously about kids running around out in the woods. You can see they're burning ants and things like that. This is Time and Fire by Rope Aronin. I really like this drawing here where it looks like these people have been ripped up. That's interesting to me. And then this pretty like gross, the whole thing's kind of a Prometheus story. So you have the vultures coming in and eating his guts there. Something about the cartooning reminds me a little bit of the artist Jason for some reason. Lovely spread here by Juliana Hyrie. This is called The Praise of Bella. Particularly like this side here where it's leaning more into like shape-based, not total like non-representational art, but very abstract, focus on negative space and pattern and all of that kind of stuff. I think it's really lovely. Really nice use of the washes there. This story is called Adapting to the World by Sarah Ahola. It's kind of funny. It looks like something about this style makes me think of the Starbucks cup. Probably just the sun on there, but the colors as well. And it's really interesting to see because a lot of the colors look different from story to story, but I really do think it is just a mixture of those two inks. I guess I should probably ask Sean about that. This is Reijo Karkanen, I believe is the name. My uncle wanted to be a gardener, so a little autobiographical story about the artist's uncle. And again, like a more distinct separation of the what I believe are the two spot colors, like a cool black and then this rust red. Oh, and then this is definitely the artist that did the cover. Apila Pepita, evildoer, story about giving birth to a little demon baby. A lot of interesting like digital use of textures in here that go together really well to combine the two colors. And then and with some really nice cartooning, some really fun different type of page design here, like with the little game board. This is by Eju Salminen called Thus. So a real big variety of different types of approaches in here. Seeing people play with all of these, like very limited means in terms of you got these two colors, but coming up with a really wide variety of styles at what looks like a wide variety of colors, a wide variety of textures and stuff. So I think it's a really beautiful book. I like this one even better than Tiku, I think, and really look forward to the next two volumes. I think this is a really cool project. So go ahead, get yourself this, and check out what's going on in the comics world of Finland.